Welcome to another Flosstube from Kathy's Corner. My name is Kathy Ratliff. This is my corner of the world, and this particular video is about cross stitch. I have other videos on my channel about all kinds of other things. It's January. I snuck this video in right at the end, and I waited and waited and waited, and I wanted to do it like 5 different times, and I got a pretty hefty cold, not COVID or anything, and I still have residuals of that, but it's not a big deal. But anyway, I'm better now, and I will probably sniff and cough, and I think you'll be able to deal with it. So, hope you had a good Christmas. I'm in the January doldrums where I sit on the couch way too much and think about what I want to do and don't do it. So today, I'm excited because exercise is important. Not for everybody, but for me it always has been. And I haven't been exercising near as much as I wanted to. I had some knee surgery earlier in the year, not a big deal kind of surgery, just laparoscopic. It wasn't a big deal at all. But that was my excuse to not do anything. So today I did 2 miles on a treadmill. My daughter-in-law lives next door, and she and my son have a treadmill, and so I got on there. They're out of town. I got on there and sweated my way through it. So here we are. Happy January. I wanted to show you a few past finishes for February. I only have 2. And this is one of them. I don't remember the names or anything, but this is one of them. It's a sweet little thing, and I hook it. It has a magnet on the back, and I hook it to this really cute little bird stand that I have. And well, I can't find the bird stand. I put all my seasonal things in my cedar chest. That's where I put them all, and it wasn't in there. So anyway, that's one of my Valentine ones. I made it a couple of years ago. And here's another one from a while back. It's a little pillow I made. And that was way back when. Let's see. I still do 14 count and 28 count Aida. But that was on Aida, and so was the other one. Now mostly I do linen, but I go back and forth. If I want to do something really, really fast, I use Aida because I can sew really fast on Aida. So that's February. So I have a finish. I'm so excited I finally finished this, but not really, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I finally finished Rejoice Evermore by Brenda Gervais. A lot of people have done that. And I did this on, I made myself a little tag so I wouldn't forget. 28 count Belfast, just white. I think I started it in 2022. And I use the called for threads mostly. I have a couple of DMCs in there. But here it is. Here she is. Let's see. There you go. I'm excited. Now, I'll tell you the changes that I made. If you've stitched this, you can probably see the changes. So I'll tell you the changes. First of all, let's see. All the changes were in this bottom part. This bottom part right here. So what I did was, first of all, here is the saying. It says, Rejoice Evermore. And it's charted to have the reference in the Bible where it is, Thessalonians. And I just chose not to put that. It's over 1. That's not why I chose not to put it. I just didn't think it needed it. So I added, what did I add? Let's look right here. I think I added some more of these little doodads that weren't originally there, just to fill in some of the space. Now this had some specialty stitches right there in the bird, those up and down stitches on his wing. It took me a minute to get used to those, and I finally did them. And then over here, there's my initials. And then there was another motif right here, and I just put a heart in there and put some little doodads there. I just did those. I just made it up as I went. This was what was charted right there. And I just didn't feel like doing it. So I did my own thing. Now the funner part, the bottom is supposed to be an alphabet right there. Well, I didn't do that. I put my name. And then I found birds that were already in the piece. And I put birds that represented my family. So this represents Hannah, and I stitch over one, their initials. Hannah, Lily, Joey. I have 3 children. This is Tom and Kathy. There's our initials. That's my husband and me. There's our name, Ratliff. And then this is my family in Denver, Ben, baby Collins, Buddy, and Jess. And then over here, I did Carissa and Levi. So there, right there, there's the whole Ratliff family. I had spent so much time on this, and I love this so much that I thought, you know what? I'm going to really make it my own and put that on the bottom. I don't think, you know what? I don't have the year in there yet. I need to go back and put the year. I think I'll put the year right there. So I guess technically it's not finished because I do not see where I put the year. And something else I did that I'm probably going to take out because I don't like it is I wanted these flowers right here to stick out. And because this is white fabric, I decided to use silk DMC threads to do the outer part of these are Algerian eyelets. And I did okay with those. It was the first time I did them. But I don't like the way they look at all. So I'm going to take all the white edge around all those eyelets and go back in and sew probably B5200, which is a DMC. And then I'll truly be done. So I'm going to take all those out, and I will never, ever use what I call it, DMC silk. It shredded like crazy, and it was not a good thing. And like on the back, I'd like go under things, but it like untwisted, and I'm afraid it'll come out. But even if it doesn't, I just don't like the way it looks. So there she is, almost done. A date and B5200 filled in there, and then I will lace her and put her in a frame. I have laced 2 of my finishes, and they turned out pretty good. I went to Nicole Parkman from Hands Across the Sea. Nicola Parkman. And she has a video on, I just spit, on how to lace. And I've done 2 like that. And, you got to follow directions. If you can follow directions, you can do it. I have a fully finish. And just wait before you judge the frame. This is Telis dye. I got this from Colorado Cross Stitcher. This is Telis dye, which means it is finished. It is the last thing Jesus said on the cross before he died. And here it is. I'm excited. This is my first red work piece. And I don't have the original pattern in my hand, but right in here was this kind of stuff, all right in here. And I gave this to my husband for his birthday. He's a pastor, and this is a saying that's important to him. And no, he didn't take it personally. He's like, it is finished. Do you mean like our marriage is finished? He didn't even think that. But this kind of stuff was down here, and I just didn't think it was necessary. So I left that stuff out at the bottom. My favorite thing about this piece is that it is not a mirror image from one side to the other, which is fantastic. Because I promise you, all this business in here, it's, you know, I would get out of whack 1 or 2 stitches often. But it's not supposed to be a mirror image. So it's okay. Now this is, and I got off by a half a stitch somewhere here, so I fixed it right in the middle there. I got off a half here, or 2 maybe, and so then I went in 2 here and then fixed a thingy in there. So you can always fudge it, fix it. I didn't rip out very much in this. Beautiful. I love doing it. And I'll tell you about the frame. I know that it doesn't fit right in here, but it fits perfect up here. But that's okay. This frame had my wedding picture in it for years. It was one of the first frames we bought as a married couple. And I remember we bought it in Fort Worth, Texas. And so the frame is special to me. So maybe one day I'll take this out and cut this frame and move the sides in, or put a, I forget what you call them, but they're these little inset things there. Like it already has one inset. But the frame is very special to me, so I'm going to leave it this way. And I laced the back of that, and it didn't take, I don't know, 30 minutes to lace. It doesn't take very long once you kind of figure out what you're doing. And the great thing about lacing, unlike pinning, is, I've pinned one thing, is that like with lacing, you can pull and stretch. Like if this is uneven, it is not hard to go in there and pull up on the lacing strings and even things out. So that's why I prefer lacing. Let's see, what's next? I don't have a lot of whips. And I saw, you know, some people have 80, some people have 100, some people have 30, whatever. I haven't counted mine, but it's under 20. I'm just not, I just don't have a lot of whips. I don't know if I want to or not. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, of course, but I just don't have a lot of whips. This is something that I got to really fast. If you watched my last video, I know somebody commented on it. I have this book by, called Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. And my goal is to do, this book has some older pieces that were reintroduced in this book, or put back into circulation. And one is Christmas Garden. So it's a goal of mine to do Christmas Garden. In my last video, I talked about I don't like the muted colors. I've seen this on Brenda and the Cereal Starter. Brenda has done this. It's on her wall. And come on, you know, Jacksonville, Carol, Saltbox Stitcher. She has it on her wall. I've seen it on both her walls, and it's too muted for me. And I don't know if it has to do with the fabric that's in the background, or if it's the colors. Well, I looked at the colors. There's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 colors. And so I decided to go on a quest to find the colors. But what I was going to do is, I was going to do this piece, 'Tis the Season, first, in the colors that I'm choosing, to see if I like the colors in this. And if I like them in this, then this will be a companion piece to A Christmas Garden. Had a coughing fit, and I realized why. I hadn't even taken my antihistamines this morning, so that's why. So anyway, back to this. So I'm on the search for colors to do this. I had a color, it's over here. I had a color that I bought, I think, at, what's it called? StitchCon. back in the left corner, I think there were the thread gatherer silken colors. These silks were there. And this color is called, one must put on one's glasses. Oh, I know it has a color. You know how sometimes things have colors and sometimes things have numbers. Okay, here's the color. In the reds, silks in color, it's number 63. And I don't know if you can see that, but I use this as the red and fell in love with it. So I know this is the red that I want for Christmas garden. So here it is. I mean, I did this bird in like 2 days because I was so excited at the variegation from the bird. And then I also ordered this green because there is a green in Christmas garden. And I'm happy with this green. This is another silken colors. This one is called Willow Green. So I really like that. Now, I'm not happy yet with the gold. I have all these, see, I have all these golds. That's not for this one. I have Weeks Dye Works Chickpea. I tried that as a gold. I have Schneckley, which is what I used for the gold so far. And then I also, let's see, Palomino. I'm using Palomino for the vine, for like the brown part of the vine that the bird is holding in his mouth. So let's reiterate. The green and the red are Willow Green and In the Reds by the Thread Gatherer. And then Schneckley, which is Weeks Dye Works, is what I'm using for the gold in this piece. And this brown is Palomino, Weeks Dye Works. So I'm happy. The white is B5200, I think. I'm happy. I don't know if I'm happy with the gold yet. It's hard to see. You can see it in person. Let's see how close I can get. You can see the variegation in person. So I'm not sure I'm happy with gold, but I absolutely know that for Christmas garden, I am going to use that green and that red from Thread Gatherer. So you see where all the green and the red is? But the gold is tricky because this word, Christmas garden, is in that gold. A lot of things are in that gold. These, probably half the motifs are in this gold. And the original gold is Fool's Gold, Classic Colorworks Fool's Gold. I may get that. I don't know. I want something brighter though. So I'm thinking also that for Christmas garden, I want to do that whole thing in red to make it pop. Or, see, you know, these things you think of. Or maybe the C, both the C and the G in red, and the rest of the word in a gold. I'm not sure. I have learned I am not opposed to doing those in red and then the first few letters in green just to see if it works out. Because this is a very big piece and it's very beautiful and I don't mind trying out things on it. Thus, the trying out of this. Now this fabric is, I love it. It is called Fiber on a Whim, 36 count Edinburgh wheat. And it definitely is that golden color of wheat. I love it. I'm thinking of either doing Christmas garden in this same color or a touch lighter just so the colors will pop more. So tell me what you think about that. I love this wheat business. But y'all, I'm so excited about the variegation. And if you don't know what variegation is, well, you probably know. I mean, it's a change in color in one thread. And they're over dyed, so they dye it probably a couple of times to get that. If you stitch 1 X at a time, you can see that variegation. If you stitch the sewing method, which is going down one row one way and back the next way, you still get a little variegation, but not a lot. And if I'm going to pay that much for threads, I think they're $8 or something like that a skein. I want the variegation. So this was a start. 'Tis the season. And I'm thinking about doing it in, the French is, let's see, where is it? I have to have my glasses. Probably, c'est la saison pour être joyeux. Right, that's a Texan trying to speak French. I like it. But then am I going to have to explain it to everybody that comes in my house that doesn't have the brains to figure out that joyeux must mean joyous? And since it is a bird, I don't know. I just don't know that I want to explain it to everybody that comes in my house. So I might do the English. But see, 'tis the season to be jolly. It doesn't sound the same as c'est la saison pour être joyeux. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so that's that guy. And there's those threads. Don't lose them, Kathy. Then I was in the mood for Christmas for winter, to do a quick winter stitch. So I looked in my cupboard, and there's a freebie from Stitching with the Housewives. It's an old freebie. Priscilla is the mother, but it was for her daughter's birthday, Chelsea. It was for Chelsea's birthday, and I can show it real quick because it's a freebie, so it's okay if you see the pattern. It's just a little snowman and a chicken. Chelsea loves chickens because she has them. And so I started that. I had some red Aida, 14 count. I wrote 14 up there so that I know. It's 14 count Aida. Over 1, 2 threads over 1. And it's going to be cute. I'll stitch it up this week and make probably a little pillow to go in my dough bowl. And I just picked my own colors. I have a bunch of DMCs, and I just went in there and picked a bunch. And I'm making, let's see, this was stitched on, oh, it's in my hand. This is stitched probably on white. And so the bird in the little snowman's hand is red, but I'm stitching on red, so I made it dark blue. And there's something else in here. Oh, the top of the chicken's waddle-y thingy. That's red too. And I kind of got, which one is it? I got this red. This is a DMC that's kind of orangey red. So it's 666. Don't even go there. So that I started last week. This is something I started last week too. It is called, I don't have a picture. It's a PDF, so I don't have a picture of the pattern. I just have the thing, and I don't want you to see the thing. You know what I mean. It's Nevermore. I'll show it really, really fast. Boop. It's, Edgar Allan Poe. And I have a friend who doesn't watch this that is an Edgar Allan Poe fan. Literacy teacher, English teacher extraordinaire, all of the above. So here it is. You can't really, it's kind of it has like purple and yellow and all kinds of color. This is the bird's head. I haven't gotten finished, filled it in. And this wing is a mixture of purple and gray. My friend is a very unique individual. These colors she will love. She'll love these colors. So I'm going to give it to her for her birthday. Her birthday is, I believe, in February. And I just picked out my own colors for that. Some purples and here's some colors. Some purples and greens and grays. That's all. Purples, greens, grays, and black. Got to get on that, but that won't take very long at all. And I have a tiny start. If you watched my last video, I was gifted with over 100 charts and cross-stitchy kind of things from a woman who has macular eye degeneration, a friend of mine's mother. And I just, you know, I'm just so grateful. And so I have never, oh shoot, I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. I'll pick it up in a minute. I have never even thought about doing a Mirabilia, but I'm doing this one for my granddaughter. So maybe by the time she's a teenager, I'll be done. So that I have lots of time to finish. But this is it. Something of the Pearls. I'll tell you the name in a minute. My granddaughter loves mermaids. I mean, what little girl doesn't? And even when she grows up, I know she'll like them. It is called Mermaid of the Pearls. And this is pretty old. I don't know if they make it anymore. But, you know, it has like beads and Krynic and all kinds of cool stuff in it. Let me see if there's a date on here. 1997. So I have a teeny start. I dropped it all on the floor. Let me get the teeny. I'm here. Don't go away. I'm here. I started this one because it was kitted up. I mean, bless her heart. It was kitted up, okay? That means it came with everything. So this is the fabric. It is a, I would say like a seafoam, really, really light seafoam green. I think you can tell by that. This right here, that, and yes, that and that and that. That's it. That's my start. I wanted to do the face first. So I hope to finish this part maybe by the end of February. Just the whole face, because it kind of, I don't like it without the face. Have you ever watched, is it Kitten Stitcher? She does Mirabilias and 1,000 other things. And so does Stitchy Faye. Holly, is that her name? Stitchy Faye. She is a prolific stitcher. Has stitched hundreds of things, and she has lots of Mirabilias. So I'm excited to do that, and hopefully my goal is to stitch just like that much by the end of February. So that came with everything. And I showed it all last time, but I separated the different, like, these are all the beads. You can tell how old it is because the packages are yellow. So there's the beads and the DMC. I've separated into different colors. There's some pretty colors in it, I think. Yes. There's lots of bags of colors. And then there's also, I think, a bag. Where's the Krynic? Oh, here it is. Here's the different Krynic colors. Krynic is just shiny. A lot of people don't like to stitch in it. They say it's difficult to stitch with, so we'll see. I've never done it. I wonder if you can put thread conditioner like beeswax on Krynic and make it flow better, or if that changes the color. If you know, let me know. I mean, I can do it once and be able to tell. So we'll see. I'm not at the Krynic stage. So that's the Mirabilia. So those are my new starts and focus pieces. I have about maybe 6 or 7 other whips that I've just set aside for a while. I also quilt, and this will be real short and sweet. I am making a quilt for each of my kids. I made Levi and Carissa one this year, and the following year, it'll probably take me 2 years to make this one. I go kind of slow, and this will be the first time I've worked with flannel. But this is called The Mountains Are Calling by One Sister Designs. It's so pretty. It's got a little applique fox down there, and it says Wander. They live in Colorado, so I thought that was perfect. And flannel was perfect. I made mini quilts, so I'm not scared of it. But look at this fabric. Look at this fabric. These are flannels. Aren't they so pretty? They're just so, oh, they're so soft. And I'll show you, several of them have different colorways. Different colorways of like all these little animals. It feels so soft. So people ask, well, you know, flannel shrinks. Well, so does cotton. Regular cotton shrinks and flannel's cotton. I don't wash my fabrics before I sew them, and flannel will probably ravel, so I'm sure not going to wash it. I'll make the whole quilt, and then the first time the quilt is washed, I won't wash it. But the first time it's washed, it'll all shrink together at the same time, so there won't be any problem. It won't shrink enough to make a difference, in my humble opinion. So that's that. I got the backing too, and I'm looking forward to that. I have a long arm, so I quilt my own quilts and stuff like that. So that's about it today. My plans are February, I'm going to see my granddaughter and grandson, Collins and Buddy, and my son Ben and his wife Jess in Denver, Colorado for 5 days next month. I'm excited about that. I don't get to see them very often. Recently, my mom was in the hospital in October, and she suffers from dementia and heart disease, and she's 91, but she's doing okay. Everything is kind of leveled off, so that's good. If you've ever been a caregiver for a dementia patient, you understand. So it's okay. She lives alone still and is highly functional, can take care of herself. And it's, you know, like I said, is at this a good even level for me to feel okay about going out of town. My husband will check on her every day. When I'm home, I check on her every day. I spend an hour or 2 a day at her house, and then take her, you know, to the grocery store 2 or 3 times a week. She loves going to Publix. We got her a, what do you call it? It's not called a scooter, but, you know, a little chair that you ride around in. She loves it because she can't drive anymore. She would if you gave her the keys, she would. And that takes away a lot of independence. So that's been, you know, the biggest struggle for her. And so we got her one of those little chair scooter things, and she loves it. She takes it out 2 or 3 times a day, goes around her neighborhood, waving at everybody. She has a great neighborhood that's not got busy streets. So she's enjoying herself. She has great neighbors. A godsend. One takes the trash out every Wednesday for her, checks on her. Another one takes her for rides and goes and takes her through the drive-thrus or whatever. And she's got great neighbors. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope your brand new year has started off great. And, you know, make some plans, but you don't have to do everything. If the plans fall through, that's okay. Make some more plans. And I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully next week I'm going to, if I don't do it next week, I am going to film another episode of Tales from the Wicker Couch, which is another little part of my channel. So I hope you tune into that. That just all kinds of crazy things. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day, have a great day, a great week, and a great life. God bless you. Bye-bye.